So what have we brought for you is for GATE 2027 explicitly mentions Boolean algebra plus minimization. Imagine that you have focused too much on one topic and no questions have been asked. Okay, so talking about computer networks, COA and digital logic, we have talked about the changes. Programming and data structures continue the exact same way, nothing to worry. So hello dosto, I welcome you all to your favorite channel. Friends, my name is Aditya Jain, and as always, today I have brought a very important discussion for you all, because we have been receiving lots and lots of queries around, sir, there has been some recent changes in the GATE computer science syllabus. So sir, what to study, what not to study? So friends, we understand that it's a very serious concern for you all, because every marks matters, right? And that's why, as always, we make sure that no compromise happens for you guys. So that's why we have brought a very separate session on the discussion of, for GATE 2027 computer science, what is the revised syllabus. So specifically, we are not going to talk about the entire syllabus. We will specifically talk about what has changed, what to study, what to skip. Okay, and we will talk about how you can actually improvise upon it in your existing preparation itself. Because many people think that, okay sir, now we will have to restart our preparation from the scratch, but no, you just have to make minor modifications to your strategy. Okay, and that's exactly what we are going to discuss in this discussion. Okay, first of all, where are the changes, right? Because trust me, the changes are just 2 to 5% of the entire syllabus. Okay, so 95% of the things are exactly the same. You don't have to worry about it at all, but only the minor changes that are there, let's talk about only them. Okay, so first thing, if we talk about the subject by subject, whether it has changed or not. So 2027 status, subject 2027 status. Okay, so we'll talk about subject and whether it has changed or not. Now let me tell you that this change has happened after a very long time. So that's why whatever I am comparing is with respect to the 2026, like the last year, because last year was very same as its last year, right? So whatever changes I'm telling, it is in relativeness to the last year. Okay, so first of all, if I talk about engineering mathematics, it is completely unchanged, and it's a very heavy topic. So the good thing is that there has been no additions, there has been no removal, nothing. So whatever you have been studying, whatever you have planned for, it is exactly the same for engineering mathematics. Talking about digital logic, yes, there has been some refinement in digital logic. Okay, there has been certain refinement in digital logic. What are those? I'm going to talk about that in a very short span of time. Okay, then we have COA, computer organization and architecture. Again, there has been a minor change in it. Okay, we'll talk about that. Talking about computer programming and data structures. Okay, talking about programming and data structure, has there been any changes? So the thing is, no, there has not been any change in this. Okay, so as I told you, the change is just 2 to 5% of the entire syllabus. Okay, so there has been no change in these two topics. Talking about algorithms, again, I assure you that there has been no changes in the algorithm syllabus. It is completely unchanged as it is. Okay, moving on to TOC. Okay, theory of computation, it has been again unchanged. No changes at all in the syllabus, it remains to be the same. Compiler design unchanged, no changes. Operating systems, no changes, that means same as 2026 syllabus. DBMS, no change. But talking about computer network, okay, so here has been a good amount of changes. Okay, biggest amount of changes, I would say. And to be honest, it is on the positive side for you guys as you are preparing. So it is something positive for you guys. Okay, so that's what it is. So we will focus on where the changes are: COA, digital logic and your computer networks. Now let's further dive deep into, sir, what are those changes and what exactly has changed. Okay, so let's go subject by subject. First of all, let's talk about digital logic. Okay, first of all, it is not a new subject at all. Okay, so it is just some very few refinement, and those of you who have studied digital logic from me or from any faculty, you know that we have covered almost everything. In fact, we have also brought a series for you where we have covered the change topics so that you don't have to worry about anything. Okay, So what have we brought for you is for GATE 2027 explicitly mentions Boolean algebra plus minimization. Okay, plus we will talk about what exactly additional is there. Okay, so algebraic technique, K-map. Okay, in short, this is called K-map. You all know that, right? K-map. Okay, and tabular method. So this has been the new introduction to the specification. Okay, so this has been specifically mentioned because algebraic technique is something which we already do. K-map is something which we already study, but they have specifically mentioned tabular method. Now, if I tell you from my perspective, I don't think that any question can be directly framed on tabular method. It might happen that they can give you the entire question with all the details and then they can ask you a specific question. Okay, but if you look at the entire thing, I hardly think that a question can be directly framed because it's a very large topic. Okay, there is a merging concept within that. Okay, now what remains there is the design of combinational circuits. Okay, the sequential circuits part remains the same. Give me a second. The combinational circuits remain the same, sequential circuits remain the same, number representation and arithmetic, fixed point, floating point. Okay, all these have been there. So the key takeaway will be don't skip K-map and tabular method. Don't skip that because they have specifically mentioned it. Okay, so it is kind of an indication that you need to be ready for it. Okay, like they are kind of directly giving you an indication that okay, you can expect a question from this. And obviously guys, from whatever I know about digital logic as a student and as a teacher, that K-map you can definitely expect a question because it is the most standard technique for the minimization, right? It is the most most guaranteed technique to understand the concept of minimization. And friends, I have secured All India rank 60 in GATE Computer Science 2019, okay, in the very first attempt. And I can tell you that digital logic can actually give you 100% marks because if you work hard on this topic, the marks are guaranteed. That's the best part about it. Okay. So moving ahead, talking about COA. Now, as a student, this subject has been the toughest for me, the toughest. I'm not scaring you. I'm just telling you that even though it was toughest for me, still I was able to crack All India rank 60. So you guys are so lucky that you have the best faculty for this, right? You have Vishwadeep sir for this, okay? He's the best faculty available out there who can teach you these concepts. And if you can learn this subject in the best way, you can easily score under 10 rank because I struggled so much. I studied this subject for 5 times when I was a student and still I managed to secure All India rank 60. So think that if you are able to learn this properly, All India rank 10 is not tough for you. Under 10, I mean, okay? So this needs a good amount of attention. The reason being that there has been slightly changes mentioned, okay? So GATE 2027 explicitly emphasizes on controlled unit design, okay? There has been a specific mention about this in the updated syllabus. Again, everything I am talking is in context of GATE 2026, okay? The latest GATE exam, okay? Now, so here hardwired versus micro-programmed, okay? This is something which you need to really focus on, okay? So memory part, the memory interfacing, the memory hierarchy and cache mapping techniques, okay? This is something which you should have a good amount of attention on because if something has changed, listen very carefully, if they have introduced or cancelled out something, we believe that they have done it on purpose, right? Otherwise, if they didn't had to ask any question from it, why would they unnecessarily make changes to the syllabus? So we are expecting that from all the changes, you can expect the questions from all the combined changes. Okay, from the changes made to all the subjects combined, we are expecting that there will be some questions. Okay, otherwise why would they have made the changes? Again, the counterpart could be okay, they have just made the changes so that you can spend too much time on those changes and then they will give you a surprise by not asking anything from it. No one knows, honestly. No one knows. But what we know is that you should not skip any topic. Okay, you should always focus on each and every topic as if that is the most important topic. And here I'm sharing a secret that toppers use. Like when I was a student, I made sure that every topic is equally important for me. Okay. So whatever changes I'm mentioning here, okay, whatever changes I'm mentioning along with whatever has been the same, every topic is equally important. Don't think that I will skip this, I will skip the new topics. No. If your aim is to get under 100 rank, under 10 rank, then every topic is important, because you don't know, guys, from the 100% of the syllabus, what if only that 10% is asked the most? Anything can happen. That's the hard truth about the entrance exams, that anything can happen. They can focus on any topic. Imagine that you have focused too much on one topic and no questions have been asked. On the other hand, if you have just missed 10% and 50% of the topic has asked from that, so please don't take any risk. Okay, if you want a great rank, under 10 rank, every topic is equally important. So please focus on the changes that we are discussing here with you. Okay, compare the GATE 2026 syllabus, 2027 syllabus, check what are the changes, and explicitly focus on whatever changes have been mentioned, whatever details have been shared with you. Okay, now computer network, the biggest change. Okay, but according to me, my personal opinion, it is in favor of you. That is my personal opinion. The changes that they have made to the GATE computer network syllabus is completely in your favor. Why? Let me talk about that. So this is where students should compare old notes more carefully. Okay. So if any one of you who is having a habit, ki sir, I am completely relying on my old notes, or I have taken notes from some senior, which you should not. You should always prepare notes yourself. But okay, in case you belong to any of those categories, my suggestion would be that you need to mostly focus on preparing the notes for this yourself. Okay, like I would strongly suggest you to not compromise on this subject, because this is one of the most vast subject. And as I told you, COA and CN, computer networks, these two subjects I have always struggled with. But you are lucky, you again have the most amazing faculties for this, right? So I have studied this subject five times, because COA and CN, I still remember that when I used to study, there used to be a poster in front of my table where I have written that COA and CN are the rank decider subjects. And I still believe on that, that the ones who can master these two subjects, they can easily get the GATE rank, because other subjects everyone can focus on. But very few people are able to uh, develop that expertise on these two subjects. Okay, so let's talk about the computer networks topic. So here the GATE 2027 is actually focusing on the Ethernet, okay, switching topic, packet switching, which is one of the part of switching, circuit switching. Okay, so you all know switching, packet switching, circuit switching. Then routing protocols, okay, distance vector, okay, link state routing, and IPv4. Okay, again, it's been there. So yeah, nothing like a major thing. Give me a second. Then fragmentation concept, then CIDR, NAT, TCP. Okay, then you have flow control, you have congestion control. Now according to me, this is again a personal opinion. Okay, you can refer to what has been discussed in your classes, but according to me, this is very important. And this is very important, like as a student, I used to see so much importance around this topic. I still remember that no matter which test series I used to give, no matter how many previous year questions I've solved, this topic used to reiterate again and again. Okay. Again, we have not mentioned because it is not part of the change, but you can also focus on the concept of subnet masking and all those things. Okay. The IP address things. Okay. IPv4 we have mentioned. So again, guys, as I told you, our focus is on helping you with understanding the changes and the major addition removal. Okay. Now, with that, what is important? Socket API. Okay, application layer protocols, okay, and DNS plus HTTP. Okay, so again, this is part of the protocols only, DNS and HTTP. Okay. Now, computer networks is one of the most vast subject, okay, in terms of the syllabus. Like it has the most vast syllabus. But here I would like to give you a pro tip from my end. Again, it is just a personal suggestion. If you are having any struggle with this subject, first of all, refer to our course. It is the best available out there. And one strategy you can use is go through the previous year questions. And in previous year questions, you will find a very good amount of pattern. Personal suggestion hai guys. It is a personal suggestion. It has nothing to do with what's the ultimate right or wrong. What I have done was I had gone through the previous year questions. I had seen the pattern that what keeps getting asked. And it was so relaxing for me because although I covered the entire subject, but I first completed what was very important. And that gave me a head start. That gave me a very good peace of mind that I have already covered the mandatory part. And once the mandatory part is covered, then you feel very confident about covering the remaining. Okay, so that is my personal suggestion, that once you are done with the mandatory part, you feel so relaxed that the remaining subject can also be covered. So for a subject like this, which is very vast, first start with the most short topics, because once that topic is done, you will feel very calm down, you will feel very relaxed to cover the remaining part. Okay, that should be the strategy which will help you out. Okay, so talking about computer networks, COA and digital logic, we have talked about the changes, we have talked about what you should focus on, what has been the additions, right? Let's proceed ahead. Now, first of all, like many students I have seen who have reached out to me, yes sir, syllabus has changed, so let me delete, let me remove all my notes and let me restart my preparation with scratch. But friends, that is unnecessary panic. Okay, I'm really sorry to say, but that is just some drama that students are doing. Because as I told you, 95% of the things are exactly the same. Okay, so don't just unnecessarily panic. It's like nothing has been changed. You just have to do slightly modification, and you have good amount of time for that. Like even if this change would have been introduced in November, still it wouldn't have been too late. So please don't panic, please don't worry about these changes. Okay, it is very minor as compared to the entire syllabus. Okay, so whatever you have studied still remains the same. From wherever you have studied, follow that. Okay, don't just hop on to, oh, syllabus has changed, so let me grab some new notes, let me read some more books. No, don't waste unnecessary time. Everything should be same, your strategy should be same. The only thing is that just simply study the new topics and simply delete, or simply don't spend too much revising the removed topic. That's it. Don't create so much drama about it, because so many students are there who reaches out to me, ki, sir, let me start my professor, this year is done sir, the changes have been very late. Guys, this is nothing, this is nothing. Okay, this is so minor. Okay, so don't delete your old notes. Okay, the smart strategy is, instead of delete or removed the instead of delete remove topics, okay, sorry, instead of delete the removing topics, okay, the priority one is officially listed 2027 topics. Okay, first priority should be officially listed 2027 topics, and your priority 2 is prerequisites needed to understand them. What I mean by that is, again, just giving a very random example. So let's say this is the topic, this is the topic that they have mentioned, which is kind of new for you. Okay, so there are certain prerequisites topic. Okay, so you can first cover the prerequisite topic. Okay, first cover the prerequisite topic, and once you have covered that, then you can study that topic. So what I mean by that is, even though the prerequisite topic is not mentioned, but if it is kind of mandatory to understand this topic, then you have to study that. That's the only thing which you have to do apart from the syllabus. So this topic you have to maintain as per the syllabus, as per the recent update. But if there is something which needs you to understand this better, so even though it is not in the syllabus, study that. That's it. Okay, but please be very smart. Please be very smart when you're doing that. Otherwise, you will struggle a lot. Okay. So rebuild entire notes, restart preparation. Okay, so instead of all this drama, okay, instead of all this drama where you are deleting the topics, where you are rebuilding the entire notes, where you are restarting your preparation, please don't do that. I will feel very bad for your wasted time. Okay, please don't do that. Okay, instead of doing all this drama, just open the priority topic, just highlight the newly added topics, and for those newly highlighted topic, whatever is required to be done, please do that. And then the priority 3, extra out of scope depth. Okay, so this, whatever is extra you have studied, okay, no learning goes ever waste. Okay, it's just that don't spend additional time revising or learning those topics. That's it. Okay, what you have done, forget about it. Okay, don't spend time revising it, but if you have studied, that's good. No knowledge ever goes waste. Okay, chalo. The golden rule: skip depth, not to understand, not to skip the understanding. Okay, you can skip the depth but not the understanding. Okay, study it, forget about it. Forget about it in the sense, don't re-study it. Study it, remember it, but don't do again and again revision of those old topics. Okay, chalo. So this should be something which you should really focus on. Now, as I told you, no need to restart. Okay, so what are these? These are the 7 sections that we will ask you to keep continuing the same. Okay, so continue your existing preparation for, because they are unchanged. Okay, these subjects are unchanged as per the official syllabus. So engineering mathematics unchanged, continue. Programming and data structures continue the exact same way, nothing to worry. Okay, algorithms, nothing changes, continue the same way. Okay, TOC, compiler design, operating systems, databases, exactly the same. Okay, only digital logic, COA and CN, computer networks, and even that too 2 to 5% of the change, minute, very very minute. Okay, so your previous preparation is not wasted. Okay, the only ones who are cribbing about it, who are too much worry about it, who are creating too much drama about it, are the ones who are looking for an excuse to blame something. That's the hard truth. Sorry to say that. But the ones who are really panicking and all, they are the ones who are just looking for an excuse to blame the system for their lack of preparation. But the ones who have studied it, the ones who are really serious about gate preparation, knows that nothing has changed. They know that everything has been the same. Their same preparation will still get them the highest possible rank. All you have to do is just in a smart way remove and add whatever you think is new. Okay, now where should you act first? So first of all, priority 1, computer networks. Okay, remap notes to new syllabus. Why we are seeing computer networks first priority? Because it is having the highest number of additions or removals, and it is slightly advanced as compared to the other 2 subjects where changes have been made. Okay, so this could be your first priority, and again I believe that this should be your first priority. Okay, so remap notes, priority number 2 would be COA. Okay, cover newly explicit areas which have been mentioned. Okay, priority 3 would be digital logic, verify minimization methods. Okay, again here as I told you that the tabular method is something which has been introduced newly, but in just one lecture you can get it done. You can watch our series available, okay, and you can get it done. And finally, priority number 4 will be rest of the computer science, because you have to continue the exact same preparation. Nothing changes over there. Okay, so don't panic, don't worry about it. So this is the simple strategy. Okay, first priority, second priority, third priority, all the 3 changes, the major change, the second minor change, third minor change, and the remaining subjects as it is. That's it. Same preparation will get you the under 10 rank, okay, that you have been preparing for. And guys, one thing which we have brought for you, okay, let me introduce you to the Engineers Mahotsav, which is being brought to you on 23rd of August 2026 sharp at 12 p.m. Now guys, as you know that we always strive our best to provide you with the most amazing and interesting facilities, okay, and this time also we have tried our best to provide you something which will not just pace your preparation but will also provide you with the right set of guidance, okay. So please make sure that you join this celebration live, okay, so that we can help you out in every possible way, okay. So yeah, with that, thank you so much my dear dosto. Now first thing that I would like to tell you is that if you want for any real time update, you can join our official 𝐂𝐤𝐬𝐿 community. It is completely for free, okay. You have the computer science and IT specific channel, again completely for free. Please be a part of it. You can scan it, and you can be a part of my Telegram community by scanning this, okay. We discuss lots of things. We discuss digital logic, algorithms, AI, coding, programming, C++, Java, competitive programming, lots of things, machine learning, right? So please be a part of this community. And if you're from any other branch apart from computer science, so we have separate communities for each of the branches. You have civil, you have chemical, you have 𝐂𝐤𝐬𝐿 CS and DA channel, which I have already introduced you. You have mechanical, and you have electrical electronics, okay. You can be a part of the 𝐂𝐤𝐬𝐿 community, or you can be a part of the 𝐂𝐤𝐬𝐿 English, because language should not be a barrier. So you can be specifically part of the English channel as well. All these are completely for free dosto. So just scan it and be a part of the community, okay. So with this, thank you so much my dear dosto. I really hope that this had added value to you. Please make sure that you don't panic at all, because this session we have just brought to you to avoid the unnecessary panic, because many students are panicking and they are making others panic. Please don't do that. I have told you in detail what to study, what to skip, and 95% of the preparation remains exactly the same, okay. With that, thank you so much dosto. Goodbye, take care, wish you all the very best and a great success ahead. Goodbye. My name is Aditya Jain, and I wish you a great success for your GATE 2027. Thank you.